What's up, gamers and entertainers? It's Mezzawolf, and today for the 100th video on the channel, I am here to talk to you all about my show. It's not in development at all, but I have been wanting to show all of you what I hope to accomplish with this on the channel. Thank you all for almost 200 subscribers here on YouTube. I know it's not much, but we'll hopefully grow the channel and boost it up. I want to be just like all my inspirations. There are too many to count, so I'm just gonna say Markiplier for now. Okay, now back to explaining my show. First, we are gonna get the backstory on how I thought of my show and how it evolved over the years. You heard me, years. Let's get to it. Okay, so there are about 8 videos I posted on the channel about crossover and 6 shorts hinting about crossover. By the way, if you didn't get it before, crossover is the name of my project. Okay, so the first video I posted was my first fight animation. It was titled Animation! It had Sonic.exe, and back then the character name was named Michael after myself. This is not the farthest thing about the show, but it was when I had somewhat of a story down. It didn't show too much, but it showed Sonic.exe fighting, and then Metal Sonics came out and attacked. This didn't hint too much about crossover, but it was something. Next, there were 2 animations I posted a while ago. The first one was Gravity Falls, my version, and then the second one was One Jump Ahead, my version of Aladdin. They both just show clips of Michael running around the world collecting Chaos Emeralds. I'll explain that in a second. I took this part out a while ago, but back then I had the idea of Sonic.exe, also named X at the time, was partnered up with Herobrine. Yes, the one from Minecraft. I know this makes no sense at all, and you're right. I wasn't a writer back then, and I'm not now. I mean, I'm working on it, but I'm still not the best. So, yeah. A lot of people who watched the first ever crossover trailer back in 2023 asked me why there were a bunch of cartoon and Sonic characters. And to answer that, let's look back at the video. Strap in, folks. This video is going to make you wish you had subscribed to the channel. Waiting for more of this show.
It's been 2 years since the war.
The reason it says 2 years since the war is because I had the idea of making the show take place after a massive battle.
We all lost our memories, but still something doesn't feel right.
Sonic says, because in the show, the whole crossover team loses their memories. I can't say how they lost them, because that'll ruin the surprise. But let's continue. A bunch of Sonic.exe voices and sounds come up, showing he was the main villain in the show. I doubt anyone got the message, though. I also never did my own animation for this trailer. I just used a bunch of clips from videos and shows I've seen.
Ever since X took over the Eggman Empire, he's been looking for the Chaos Emeralds.
The reason Orbot says this is because I made this show revolve around Chaos Emeralds. Younger me was obsessed with Sonic, as you can tell by the other 20 to 25 videos on the channel, me playing Sonic games. But the reason the Chaos Emeralds and Master Emerald were so important to this show is because basically what happens is Sonic fights Sonic.exe when he comes back after they banished him into a void. When he comes back through, he's powered up and has his own possessed body. I know that's not how EXEs work, but let me just explain my 10 to 13-year-old fantasies. Sonic.exe fights Sonic, but as Sonic goes super with the Chaos Emeralds, he loses them through the multiverse, the portal rings now expanding beyond their world. As he fights Sonic.exe, they sped through many rings. The rings then got overdosed and blew up, making Sonic lose them in the multiverse. Obviously, this screws up Sonic.exe's plan, so he takes over Sonic and his friend's world, Mobius. Sonic gets trapped beyond their world, though, so sucks. While EXE takes over, all his friends try to stop him, but they figure out he's much stronger, but fights more like Sonic than his normal glitching reality bending self. This is a thing I made up called That Day. It's the day all of this starts. This is said with knowing the infinite power is not the Chaos Emeralds. Well, sorta.
No matter what, I won't let X get the 8th Chaos.
Wow, great naming when you're younger me. So basically, the 8th Chaos Emerald is a thing I made up. It's when an emerald created by the Echidna tribe, but after messing it up, it got shot into the sky, never to be found again.
It is
is up to Michael to get them and save the multiverse.
By them, he's referring to the Chaos Emeralds. Now stick with me for a second. Basically, the Chaos Emeralds were supposed to be the power of the whole multiverse, but that was a dumb idea because if Loki told me anything, something being called infinite power isn't actually infinite power. Unless you have lore behind it. The rest of the trailer shows a bunch of clips of EXE and the rest of Sonic and the gang, not much else to... Oh wait, hold on.
I never thought this would happen. I didn't know Mario was the ultimate life form.
This is said by Shadow because in this version Maria was the ultimate life form, meaning she had all the Chaos Emeralds under her command, but that was a very dumb idea, so I scratched that. Okay, the next video was... Whoa! Yo, what you doing? I was gonna order some... Oh shit, I shouldn't have barged in here. Oh yeah, this is when TM was first introduced. No, the first time I was introduced is when you put me in that You Are My Enemy video. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Well, TM is gonna explain this part while I go get some food. Good luck, dude! Wait, what? Who said I... Damn it. So, as Mezel was saying, the first video was actually and was Where, a short animation. I was first known as... Hey! No spoilers. Right. So, anyways, I was first shown not really knowing what to be. I didn't show up much. I've shown up in a couple of videos here and there, but let me tell you what I am. I am actually... Next we have... I'm back! Ugh, finally, I spent 10 minutes talking about Season 2 and a bit about Season 1. You what? What? You dumbass, I can't use any of that. This is a sneak peek of the show, not an audiobook. My bad. Ugh, just go. I gotta continue and wrap this up. Fine. What? Where are my lollipops? I still hint at crossover on TikTok, but it's more of a secret project, as one of my last videos showed. I can't show much yet, but if you'd like, I'd gladly show you the process on it. I was thinking of making it a digital comic first, but I'm still considering that option. Okay, now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Let me explain crossover, like I've said. I've been working on this for 5 to 4 years, seeing where it went, and apparently in a good way, because so many of my friends want to help me and know more about it. My friend Timothy the Goat. Dude, you really need to change that name.
Shout out to Timothy the Goat.
Fine. Him and a bunch of others know about the show and how much I love the project. And it's my dream to turn this into an actual show or film. Now, finally, let's get into it. It all starts with Mike, a 15-year-old teen in his sophomore year. The new name of the antagonist. Mike is basically your nobody kind of person. He's a bit boring, doesn't go out much, has friends but none hang out with him outside of school hours. He tries to stay happy before his parents find out he's doing terrible in school, cause he wants to be famous, and honestly couldn't care less about school. His parents take away his PC setup and sell it, and that makes him super depressed because his online friends were on there and he never got to say goodbye. A couple of months later, his dad dies from a sickness his mother had. Mike starts to become less and less happy with his life, making it harder than it ever was. His friends invite him to hang out in the woods after school, knowing he's been down in the dumps recently, and wanted to help. Later on, he and his friend roamed through the woods. Mike and them got separated, but Mike finds a glowy, shiny object in the distance. He follows the light and finds nothing but a rock. He notices it's not like any normal rock. It looks almost like some sort of gem or crystal. He puts it in his bag while his friends call out to him, but he forgets it's there after a while. Flash forward to a villain named X. As soon as Mike finds out the rock gives him powers, X sends a minion out to find it and capture it. He fails, but does not give up. Mike finds himself in the hospital after what happened. He checks on a person named Bart. Bart says he wants the rock. Mike is confused, but hears terrified screams from his room, Rushing back, seeing X hold his mom by the neck with nurses surrounding the room. Mike has no idea who he is, but he knows he's hurting his mom. Without thinking, he fights X, losing as X takes the rock and sends him falling to his death. Mike meets the man in the cloak that helped him out a while ago. Mike gets knocked out by him and wakes up in a dungeon-looking room. He scatters around, wondering where he is, what happened to his mom, and what he needs to do to get out of here. Mike then gets thrown to the feet of a man named the Boss. They all interrogate him. Mike knows nothing of what's happening, but knows it's bad. He thinks of what people have done to him and why he should care. But being the people pleaser he is, he tells them everything. Mike ends up back in the dungeon room as the three cloaked men leave off to find X. Mike finds one of those rings he snatched off of X while they fought. He tries to figure out how to use it, but ends up falling inside the ring in the sky again. He gets out of his ropes and hits the ground hard, meeting a guy named Sash. They talk and then Mike starts fading away. He frantically shakes his arm up and down, wondering what's happening, while feeling his head pump and seeing flashes of a girl holding his hands out to him. Back to the three men in the cloaks, they infiltrated X's base and see he built a machine trying to break the rock, revealing its true form. They're all confused about what he's doing, but if Mike said that rock was bad, then they had to get rid of it. X captures all of them though and explains it's the power of the most powerful being in the whole multiverse, and beyond that, a flash of light fills the room as the rock forms into a strange shape. X grabs it and holds it. The rock formed into a different shape, the power of the Sako, he said. Mike and Sash find themselves in a palace with that strange girl Mike saw in his dreams. She says her name is Xia and tells them everything about X and the Sako. Once they know the truth, a flame surrounds all of them, finding himself upon a god beyond gods, a Xeno. Xia tells everyone her plan, but there is a sacrifice involved. Mike and Sash portal to find X and the three cloaked men to be uncloaked, revealing Sash's old friends. He runs up and hugs his best friend, her saying back, "Who are you?" He's shocked at what she said. Mike and X have their first battle ever, but Mike has something up his sleeve. Later on, Xia meets the whole group after a bunch of shenanigans. She explains X is only one out of many Nexus in the entire Xenoverse. Xia also explains the birth and history of the Sako, and what it means to hold it. Mike, Sash, Axel, Enzo, Kiki, Roxy, Sky, and Zenith have to fight all Nexus while going on crazy, weird, scary, comforting, long, and life-changing adventures. Will they finally end this war between good and evil, or will they have to restart and try again? Stay tuned for